Hi and welcome back to my channel. You might have guessed by now that I've been putting up some rising sign videos for the overview of October, the astrology overview of October for each rising sign. And so for this video we're up to the Capricorn rising sign. So we'll be looking at the astrological energies that you might need to or you might like to take note of, or see how it's affecting your own birth chart, possibly. So let's we're going to be working with the arcana of astrology. First, we'll be using 4 decks of the astrology style cards, then the astrology reading cards after those, and then after that we'll get some messages from the numinous astro deck, and then for the astrology side of it we'll finish with the star codes astro deck, and then after that we'll be working with this deck, numerology guidance card, and see what numerology that you guys might get for this reading for the month of October. And then we'll be looking at these cards, which are notes from the universe on abundance, and they're sort of set in a way where it's as if the universe is speaking directly to you. And then after that we'll finish with some messages from the guardian angel messages cards, and see what comes through for you there for you Capricorn risers. So let's have a look and see what energies you might be focusing on for this month of October for the sea goats, the Cappy sea goats. What do they need to know? What do you guys need to know? So Capricorn rising. Okay. Oops, got some messages already. Whoa. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. What came through first? I guess it was this one. These don't have reversals. Oh, Pluto. Okay, so you might want to check Pluto in your chart. Waning crescent moon. Well, if it's waxing, it's before the full. So waning is after the new moon. And then we've got Gemini. And then the sun. Oh, okay. The sun is about creativity. It can be masculine. It might refer to your sun sign as well. We're doing it for Capricorn rising, so this could be any sun sign. Pisces sign, Gemini and Pisces. So yeah, we've got, right. Is there any other messages from this deck? Because I've got a feeling we may get some sort of aspect happening in the further decks. Yep, no, this one's done. Okay, so I'm looking for the Capricorn rising people. So you might want to see where your Pluto is located in your chart. Waning crescent moon, well, that's going to be, I think that's after the new moon. Yeah. Well, you can Google when exactly when a waning crescent moon will be, because you might need to take note of those time frames. So Gemini is, okay, Jupiter. Well, that's Sagittarius's ruler. Your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. And Pluto's about Phoenix rising. It's not necessarily going to be bad. Okay, we've got a couple here. Ooh, Virgo. The energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. Okay. Okay, Aquarius. This energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. Okay. Is there any other messages? So we've got a few signs coming through now. We've got Jupiter, Pluto, the Sun, and a waning crescent. I think take note of the waning crescent time frames. We've got another one. Gemini. Gemini came through. Yeah. Okay, so Gemini's got something to do with things. Again, see where your Jupiter is located in your chart. There's not been any aspects yet, but that might come through with the other decks. Gemini. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. So something about communications, definitely, because Aquarius, yeah, see, Aquarius is community, and Gemini is communication as well. So they're kind of, in a way, similar, because they interact with, they're the signs that are known for being quite interactive with others. So there's definitely something about communication. Pisces. Pisces can be intuition, but it can also be self-sabotage and fears. I'm not seeing yet anything in that respect. I mean, we do have Pluto, but Pluto is also about the Phoenix rising energies as well. So what have we got here? These don't have reversals. 8th house. All right, and Aquarius. We've got Aquarius again. Hang on a second, I'll put you there. Yeah, 8th house, intimacy. Yeah, well, it's well, yeah, Scorpio type energies, because Pluto is the governing planet of Scorpio, and 8th house is the Scorpio energy of the chart, no matter what sign your actual 8th house is in. So it's about investments. I can't really see it that well. Intensity, yeah, because it's Scorpio energy. I don't know if I showed you the picture, sorry. Intensity, contracts, sex, erotic, capital, secrets. Yeah, because secrets can be revealed because Pluto just wants to get it out, you know, not have it hidden. Doesn't necessarily mean there'll be secrets revealed about you. It's just part of the keywords here. Mysteries. See, there's mysteries in the occult. Obsessions, inheritance, Kundalini energy. Stalking the underworld. Yeah, well, Pluto, the underworld. And Aquarius is the same energy. So Aquarius has come through twice already now. And so has Gemini. So that's definitely something. Yeah, I keep referring back to the waning crescent moon. I think that you might want to take note of when that happens. And I think I already said you can actually Google to find out literally, right, when is the next waning crescent moon. I'm pretty sure you can do it like that. This one, these two. Oh, Scorpio. We've got 8th house, Scorpio energy. Oh, Queen Kunks. We've got an actual aspect now. Complexity. Yeah, well, there's a lot of complexity with the Scorpio sign, and there's the Scorpio energy. Okay, this says irritates, puzzles, mystifies, complicates, contradicts, clashes, misses the mark, requires translation, adjusts, makes curious, educates, transforms. Well, that's what I was saying with Pluto as well, that it can be transformative, the phoenix rising. And there's a lot of Scorpio coming through. Pluto, 8th house Scorpio. That's pretty much covering all of that. And you've had Aquarius twice. Yep. Gemini twice. Okay. I think we're done with this deck for now. I think Pisces is probably more about the intuition, although there might be something to do with where Pisces is placed in your chart. Okay, so Pisces for you then would be, what, the 3rd house? Ah, yeah, because if you're Capricorn rising, Aquarius is your 2nd house of money, which is usually Taurian things, probably why the Earth Virgo came through. 3rd house is Gemini energy. Yeah, and your 3rd house would be governed by the Pisces sign. Okay. I think this is, no, okay. Okay, what other messages can we get for the Capricorn risers? What do they need to know? What do Capricorn rising people need to know? Oop, there we go, we've got one. 11th house. Well, if you're Cap rising, then Sag would be in your 11th house. Jupiter rules the sign of Sag. That's the ruling planet of Sagittarius. Yeah. Your 11th house, see here comes Aquarius. Aquarius energy would be the 11th house, but for you it's got Sagittarius covering it. So it's Aquarius themed things with the flavour of Sagittarius ruling it as that house. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay, we've got another one. Vesta, home and hearth. Have we gotten any? I don't think we've got any 4th house, have we? No, I don't think we got 4th house, because 4th house in Cancerian energy. Vesta, home and hearth. So any other? So we're looking at communication. We're looking at community. We're looking at your 3rd house. We've sort of picked up 3rd house, Gemini. Jupiter is expansion, and generally most astrologers will say Jupiter's good luck, but not if it's in your house of debts, let me tell you. Ooh. Solar calm. Okay. I might just have a look at solar calm and see what that says. Vesta's about home and hearth and like where you feel at home, maybe, with your communities, communicating with your communities. But solar come, what's that, number 16, and it's reversed, so we're reading the challenge part of it. It is not the time to push ahead or spark change. If you try to motivate practical change in your life or try a totally new approach, it can feel like trying to light a match in the fog. Be patient and the fog will clear in time. Okay. Right. Yeah, there's your quincunx irritations. Because we've got Mercury retrograde, so that's probably also. And once everyone goes, oh yay, Mercury retrograde's finished, well, it's still got the post-shadow phase after it for about 2 weeks and can often be more intense than either the pre or the actual retrograde time frame. So this might be where where you might be getting your frustration in a sense, but it's saying to, well, do your best to stay calm. And if you haven't been connecting with community, maybe you kind of need to do that. But I think we've got Jupiter and Pluto. You might want to check where they're situated in your chart. But as I said earlier, I keep harking back to the waning crescent moon time frames. Your sun sign, maybe. See where, when a waning crescent moon is when you look it up, when one's happening, see what aspect it is to the sun, to your sun, maybe. The transiting moon. I still keep harking back to Pluto. But you don't have Chiron, so you're not really having to... Yeah, I think the Pluto is here more about the Phoenix rising energies. And it's got... I've got in my mind that Phoenix bird in Harry Potter, where it took a while and then it finally went into flames and then slowly was reborn again. And I think that is where you're at the moment, where you kind of have to have the patience. Yeah. And try not to be too intense with all this Scorpio energy. You've got Jupiter. I think I know that the Scorpio 8th house has come through, but, and as has Pluto, with its being Scorpio's ruler, but I do think in this regard that the Jupiter is actually going to be good luck for you. But I think that's got something to do with waning crescent moon time frames. This is upright, 11th house, which is Aquarius energy, even if your 11th house isn't actually having Aquarius, which it isn't. Your 11th house is, what was it? Your 11th house would be Scorpio, wouldn't it? Wait. Yeah, your 12th house is Sag. So yeah, your 11th house would be Scorpio. Right. Okay, yeah. And now it's coming together, right. 11th house is in Scorpio. So yeah, perhaps your communications with community or your chosen communities may be intense from time to time, and because of the Mercury retrograde, but then you haven't got Mercury in here. I just mentioned Mercury, but only because of this bit of frustration here. I think it's really mainly just with the Mercury retrograde time frame. So this is why it's saying for October, just try your best to just not really rush in and make any big changes. It's saying it's not really the time yet, but Jupiter's on your side, so if you can just have a bit of patience. But yeah, keep an eye out for the waning crescent moon time frames when you Google when that is. But yeah, I think I think all in all, it's actually pretty good energy for you. Hopefully you're seeing what I'm seeing. But yeah, I think that's yeah, I think you just need to take a step back, because Capricorns tend to be production, working hard and all that. But maybe you need to take a little bit of a step back. Try not to be so Scorpio intense with your 11th house. Yeah, and I think yeah, things are going to work out for you. They are, because you've got Jupiter and Pluto's. I really feel that Pluto is working with you. So you will come through this, but you just got to have a bit of patience. Ride through the wave of the Mercury retrograde and the post shadow, which is round about 2 weeks after. For about 2 weeks after the actual retrograde happens, for that time frame as well, between the end of the retrograde and the actual end being the end of the post shadow health. Yeah, because you don't need to stress. Frustration will bring stress, but if you can get yourself calm, relax, then it's going to work in your favour and help you with your health, because stress is never a good thing for health. And funny that should land on Virgo. Virgo's all about health and service. Okay, is there any other numerology cards for the Capricorn rising people? Completion. Well, yeah, once Mercury retrograde is complete, then you can go, right, now I can rise. But until then, yeah, try not to be overproductive, if you can avoid it. Try not to be too intense with your communications. And that might be what you need to be focusing on in terms of around the waning crescent time, that particularly on how intense your communications might be, because sometimes people can misinterpret what we're saying, and especially with a Mercury retrograde, things are often, it's not just electronic stuff that goes nuts. You can be speaking face to face with someone and still get misinterpreted and be muddled. So I think that this is kind of, although it might be frustrating, I think you're just going to have to take some time out for yourself if you feel that you're getting a little too intense, so that your communications will be clear. And maybe you need to relax if you can find a way to relax as well. Meditate if you need to. Well, it'll help anyway. Okay, so can we get some messages of abundance from the universe for the Capricorn risers, please? What messages of abundance can they have for the month of October? This deck, this deck it's written in a way, or it's made in a way where it's as if the universe is speaking to you directly. So when I read the card, you'll kind of get what I mean by it. Okay, what messages of abundance does the universe want the Capricorn risers to know? Messages of abundance for Capricorn risers, please. Okay. Sorry, I'm not really showing it that well because the camera's just being fuzzy all the time. It's annoying. Frustration. I'm not Capricorn rising, but I get the frustration too. Okay, really and truly, money just isn't that important. Yeah, because it's pretty much what I've been saying. Now, before you have a conniption, I'm not entirely sure what that word means, but anyway, by all means, pursue it, spend it, and roll around in it, but just don't let it become how the rest of your dreams will come true. I know how. Just dream your dreams, the universe. See how it's sort of like speaking directly to you? And Mike Dooley has his sort of sense of humour added there. He's the creator of this deck. Yeah, is there any other messages? Can we get any more messages for the Cappy rising people, please? Capricorn risers. Okay, I think these two want to come through too. Hang on. What have we got? Oh, look, we've got a rainbow. I don't know if it's picking it up on the camera, but you've got a rainbow there. Behold a new day with rainbows, sunshine and blue skies. New players, rebounds and recoveries. Mercury retrograde, like I was saying. Abundance, health and harmony, just like you've been picturing them, right? Right? Please tell me you've been picturing them. It takes so little, the universe. Yeah, see, well, and it mentioned health as well. So there might be some sort of thing on health, but I think it's about lowering your stress. Quite frankly, I think that's mainly what the health is about, lessening the stress so that it doesn't get you unhealthy. Okay, here we go. $1 million is a lot, only when you don't have it. With 10 million, 1 million can practically be overlooked and is therefore much less intimidating. Pretend you have 10 million. Well, there you go. And then it says, what does that say? To the bank, the universe. Yeah. Yeah, pretend you have 10 million. So, because a lot of the time it's about your perception. You know, if you have in your mind that everything's lack and not working out or frustrating, if you focus on that, it's kind of like the universe isn't punishing you, but it works with what you're focusing on. So it's like, you put it, say you put your new moon wish that you wanted, I don't know, a pay rise at work or something like that, of $50 a week or something, I don't know. But then you were in your emotional mind thinking, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, I can't afford. Guess what the universe thinks you're focusing on? What you can't afford. So it's like, that's what you want. Okay, so we'll give you more of what you can't afford. You know, you get what I mean? Like, you give you more reasons to not be able to afford things, not to punish you, because it's not logical. It goes by the energy. It's an energy thing. It's energy work, as they call it. And so if you're putting the energy in the negative, then, you know, it will beget more. So this is where, pretend you've got 10 million. So if you get 1 million, you go, oh, wow. It'll be like 50 cents, I guess. It'll feel like it because you'll already feel abundant that I've got 10 million. I don't know if I'm making sense. Anyway, can we get some messages from the guardian angels for the Capricorn rising people, please? The Cappy rises. Is there some more messages? Messages for the Cappy rises from the guardian angels for them, please. Capricorn rising. What did it? Oops. Well, we'll read this first. Encouragement. Your love is invaluable to the earth and to those around you. Even though you may not always see the positive effect your love has on others, trust, for it does. Each time you offer love through a loving gesture, thought, or word, you plant a seed of love, and love always generates more love. Trust and continue your loving work. Yeah. So communicate in a loving way, because what you give, you'll get back tenfold. Okay, is there some more messages for the Capricorn rising people for October? What the guardian angels want the Capricorn risers to do. Okay, it's going one by one at this point. Blessings, yeah. Love, light, blessings. Through this card, you are being showered with angelic light. Accept the blessings about to come your way. There you go. And know that you deserve to be and have all your heart desires. You are being lovingly guided along a golden path, a magical journey through which you shall discover your true essence, the intimate and eternal you. Congratulations. Yes, see, it's not all bad. Excuse me. Getting a bit dry throat there. Anyway, is there any more guardian angel cards for the Capricorn risers? Oops. Can't get any more messages from the guardian angels for the Capricorn risers. There we go. Ooh, self-criticism. Will your angels ask you to please be more compassionate toward yourself? Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you and make an effort to replace these negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. Well, this is pretty much what we were talking about already, that what you focus on, you'll get more of. So you're needing to focus on the good, so you get more of the good. What were we up to? Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you and make an effort to replace these negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. You are a wondrous being of light, even if at times you think you are less than perfect. Remember that God and divine perfection exist in all things. Do we have any more messages to finish off the reading for the Capricorn rising people? Are there any more messages for the Cappy risers? just wanted to come through. Okay, I think we're done. Are we done? No, right. Prayer. Dear God, help me always to remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always to remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there is and all else is an illusion. Thank you. Oop. And intuition. Trust your intuition and know that what seems logical may not necessarily be right. Yeah, because Capricorns can just be very overly logical. The answer to your question lies inside your heart. Endless possibilities exist for you. Stop trying to work it all out. Yeah. Stop trying to work it all out and feel your way through. We, your angels, will guide you. Trust your feelings. What feels right is right. I think we've got our answers there for what, hopefully it makes sense what focuses you might have for the month of October. But yeah, again, things can work out. You've just got to have a bit of patience and not let niggly things annoy you. I'd say there's something with try not to be too intense with your communications around the waning crescent moon times. Have a Google, Google when that might be, because I'm not exactly sure with the different times that might be. But yeah, it might be something to keep an eye out for. But I think also Pluto and Jupiter are working in your favour. So I think that's not really anything to be too concerned about. I think that the main focus really is, well, I did mention self-sabotage with that. So yeah, try as long as you're keeping track of how your communication is, and if it's not coming across as too intense to other people, then yeah, if you're able to keep that in check, you'll be fine. And maybe especially around any time there's a waning crescent moon, yeah, for October and maybe November as well. But yeah, I hope that this is helpful for you. But yeah, you are getting good things coming your way. And I think if you just, the focus is this communication thing. If you can try to pull back on the intensity, everything should be fine. Because then there'll be less annoyances, less stress, and your health will be fine as well. As a result, because there won't be that negative stress to irritate your health. But yeah, home and hearth as well. You might also find that might be a way you can stay calm, is around family. And again, like I said earlier, all those that you consider like family as well. But yeah, I think things will go pretty well for you. All the rest of the cards are saying that as well anyway. So I hope this has helped, and I wish you all the best for October, and I'll speak to you again soon in another video. Thank you for watching, and happy October. Bye.